This news update is brought to you by...
They ask us how we do it, how we outrun the world. They ask us, how does it feel to fly? How do we dive headfirst into the deep? And emerge victorious. They ask us if we're afraid, if we're nervous, or if we ever feel lonely, so far away from home. But the truth is, home is always right here with us. Get ready to witness the magic of the Olympic Games like never before.
It's Monday, August the 15th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today Morning News Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Top in the news at this hour, police are investigating two incidents of shooting that occurred yesterday. One at Deacon's Farm, St. Michael, in which two men were injured, and the second in Black Rock, also in St. Michael, where another two men were shot. Up to last night, no further information was available regarding the shooting at Deacon's, but Barbados Today has been reliably informed that in the Black Rock one, twin brothers Jesse and Jerome Lashley, who were driving in the same vehicle at the time, appeared to have been in the wrong place at the wrong time when shots rang out and they got caught in the crossfire. Jerome was shot in one of his legs while Jesse was hit in the chest. Up to last night, both brothers were in stable condition. Controversial waste hauler Anderson Fatchild Cherry has called for the resignation of the Environment Minister Dr. Denis Lowe while launching a protest campaign outside the Warren's St. Michael offices of the Minister Lowe. Cherry, who owns Jose y Jose Liquid and Solid Waste Management, Inc., yesterday parked his garbage compactor trucks with a sign which says, "For rent, garbage trucks at low prices." This is in response to Dr. Lowe's rejection of Sherry's offer to help the Sanitation Service Authority collect garbage across the island, and the minister says, stating that Sherry could not even pick up a dead dog for the SSA until he puts a stop to his illegal dumping sites. But Sherry told Barbados Today outside the minister's office yesterday that Lowe should step down for trying to take bread out of his mouth and putting the island at risk of spreading the mosquito-borne Zika virus.
Here you have 5 garbage trucks, 5. And garbage is all with Barbados that need to be picked up. And as a Barbadian, I can't pick up any. And then the minister coming out and made an outrageous statement. I feel insulted as a Barbadian that tried to help. Now, this is not about factual anymore. This is about the country Barbados and the people of Barbados. It's unfair to me, and it's unfair to all the other Barbadians. And I think that he should resign.
Prime Minister Francis Stewart says Barbados is better off today than it was when the country gained independence 50 years ago. Addressing the opening of his ruling Democratic Labour Party's annual conference and gala at the George Street Auditorium Saturday night, Stewart also said that Barbados was one of the most respected small island developing states on this planet.
Today, we've transformed the economy, revolutionized the economy. We now have a services economy led by tourism and international business and financial services, and a large cohort of people who now do highly dignified jobs and who are able to take their destiny into their own hands. The planters no longer determine what would become of our men and women. They have been able, as a result of our independence, to take their destiny into their own hands.
In more news now, Turners Hall Woods in St. Andrew and the wetlands of Chancery Lane in Christchurch are targeted to become protected areas. Minister of the Environment, Dr. Denis Lowe, says these two sensitive sites are only part of an overall comprehensive plan in the works for similar special areas across the island.
There are two other areas in St. Joseph that are of interest. And what I've been trying to distill in the department is that they need to get out of the office, go into these areas, identify and tag them, do preliminary assessments of their state, and then come back with recommendations as what can be done. Of course, you must know that these things call for resources. And I don't think Rohan or Kim mentioned, but most of these projects are funded by UN agencies to date. We're trying to enhance the relationship between ourselves and those agencies to get additional funding.
The coroner's ruling in the Shimar Weeks suspected suicide will be handed down at the Robert Street St. Michael Court this morning. Coroner Manila Rene will give her decision after several weeks of hearing evidence into the circumstances behind the death of the 12-year-old boy who was found hanging at his former Friars Well Checker Hall St. Lucie residence on May the 14th, 2015. A team of some of the top acts in local entertainment will be heading to New York shortly for a Labor Day weekend performance as part of Barbados' 50th anniversary of independence celebrations. U.S.-based Barbadian promoter Anthony Harris tells Barbados Today the cast comprises a blend of young, middle-aged, and the veterans.
We have TC from the female end of it, won a few monarchs in the past. We have Grana who kind of re-emerged as a force in Calypso again after being a road marchman many times over many years ago. We have some of the new emerging stars, King Bubba, Peter Ram has been around for a while. And we have a young stars like Don Trent, who's now coming out, and the years to come, those will be a force to reckon as well going forward. We have Big Yeri, Edwin Yearwood, we have pretty much everyone who's, I guess, with everyone there.
Now to the big story in sports. Jamaica's Usain Bolt became the first athlete to win 3 Olympic 100-meter titles by beating American Justin Gatlin to gold at Rio's 2016 last night. Bolt, 29, ran 9.81 seconds in his final Olympics to replicate his success at Beijing 2008 and London 2012. Gatlin, twice banned for doping offenses, finished 0.08 seconds behind Bolt to take silver. Canada's Andre DeGrasse took bronze in a personal best of 9.91, ahead of Bolt's Jamaican teammate Johan Blake. The world record holder said in February he would retire from athletics after the 2017 World Championships.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Get your paper, get your paper. Only $2.25. $2.20 who? For what? That's Bear Stale News. I don't read about that on Barbados Today since last night. That y'all only care do. $2.20 who?
Barbados Today. News you can trust.
We're back with news of the region now. Jamaican and United States law enforcement authorities are hunting 6 Jamaicans accused of bilking about 80 elderly Americans out of more than US $5.5 million in what they described as an international lottery fraud scheme that ran for just over 6 years. Federal Bureau of Investigation arrest notices named the 6 as Laverick Wilcox, 27, Mario Hines, 23, Akil Gray, 26, Gregory Godin, 34, Tristan Fisher, 29, and Gareth Billings, 37. On the international scene, police were last night evacuating Terminal 8 at JFK Airport in New York after Port Authority police received a call of shots fired in the departures area. There were currently no injuries at the time, no arrests, and no confirmation of shots fired. However, Port Authority police evacuated the terminal to be cautious. A ground stop had also been issued at the airport due to security. And after a night of violent protests, Milwaukee residents gathered yesterday evening to mourn an armed man shot to death by police and begin the healing process. Family and friends of Sylville Smith, 23, held a candlelight vigil at the site of Saturday's shooting in a residential area of North Milwaukee. The shooting triggered unrest in the city's north side Saturday night as protesters torched businesses and threw rocks at officers. 4 officers were injured and 17 people were arrested. That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.